Hi, I'm Jermaine Sain, and speaking with me today at Masquerade is none other than Nick Santino. Don't go anywhere.
When I finally know what it is I'm looking for, and the sand runs out and I'm alone, I hope you find your way through the fire and through the rain. I'll be waiting here for you every day.
What's the word today? Bring to life what you say when we speak.
Molten Nahiwat, Memilas Ich Nacho.
It happens in time, the new age sublime. When we speak, clean crystal glass, life fall won't last.
Death and life
when we
are in the
speak.
power of the tongue.
Got a reel for you. Understand more the truth when we speak. When we speak.
Okay. Well, look, with me, as I was preparing for this interview and
Yeah.
a lot of my other interviews, when I'm preparing for them, I usually try my hardest to not ask the same questions over and over and over. And so I was like, you know what? I should ask him. Does he do that same thing with his audience, depending on his audience? Does he prepare differently depending on the audience?
I try not to give kids the same show twice because I know a lot of kids, like the devoted ones, will come to multiple shows if they're close enough, and I always feel weird. Like, I never say the same thing twice on stage. Like, I change up my weird stage banter every day, but like I feel weird if those kids are in the crowd and they saw the show last night and they're like, this is the exact same thing, because it doesn't feel special to them, you know? So I try to, like, I change up my set list almost every day, change in and out songs, and yeah, like I said, I don't say the same thing twice. So I'll, like, the next day I'll be talking about something completely different on stage than I was the night before, and I think it keeps it interesting. Yeah.
Now, one thing I do know that you were from a band.
Yeah.
And now you're solo.
Now I'm solo. Yeah.
Now, how has your creativity and your performances evolved since you've gone solo? Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious because it's like when you're with a band or with any group of people, you know, you rely on each other. So like you kind of all take your own. I don't want to say blame, but like we all have our own roles in the band. So it's like, you know, the pressure was kind of not so strong back in the band days because there was 4 guys doing it. Where now it's solo, I'm kind of like the one-man show. I have to take care of everything. I have to do the emails. I have to, you know, make sure the merch is good. Like I'm doing all of that stuff. So
I
it's
definitely
like,
understand that.
yeah. So if anything, it's making me, I think, better all around with everything. Like I'm more devoted to my music and like writing the songs because I know I'm the only person doing it now, and like it makes me just want to do better because I can't blame it on, if it sucks, I can't blame it on 3 other guys. I have
That's
to,
kind of the good and the bad.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Why
It's
can't I blame it
definitely
on someone else?
bittersweet, for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
If you got your lovers and your friends, and you got that heart inside your chest, and if you're happy with yourself, then all the rest can go to hell. Hey brother, that's the story you should tell. And if you're happy with yourself, then all the rest can go to hell. Hey brother, that's the story you should tell.
Would you say that you are the storyteller, the romancer, the interpreter, the teacher, the student, or the lyricist?
I'm gonna say storyteller.
Okay.
And I noticed that more now that I'm solo. You know, writing songs in a band, it's kind of hard to tell your personal story because there's a couple guys writing a song. You know, and so it's kind of weird being like, listen guys, I went through this thing one time. Like, let's write a song about it. It's like hard to get your feeling to 3 other people in writing a song. Where now I write the songs 100% myself. So I noticed that my songs now are more honest, and I'm telling actual stories. So I feel like when I'm on stage, I'm telling, before I start the song, I brief the audience. I'm like, this is a song about this, and it happened. I tell them a story, and then I play the song. And I think that's the thing that I like most about it is like, you know, kids are they're not just listening to a song, they're getting like a whole inside scoop of whatever happened, you know. Right. So I'd say storytelling for sure.
Cool. Now, you know, I believe that every time you get on stage or do an interview or anything, you leave, like for me, I say that when I do interviews, I believe that I leave a little something in that interview related to me, even though I'm talking to you. I think that people get a little bit about me also.
Totally.
So when you're leaving the stage, what's something that you leave behind every time to the audience?
I mean, I hope that they like it, first off. I hope I walk off stage and I'm like, I think that was a good show. I hope they're impressed. But my main thing, and it's not really that hard to do, is there's so much in like every music scene now, and always, there's always so much gimmick going on. Like bands will go on stage and they're a completely different person on stage than they are off stage.
Right.
So for me, I try to just be this person that I am right now on stage. So when I talk to kids, and I'm on the microphone, I talk to them the exact same way when I'm sitting at the merch table after the show. You know, I don't put on a persona. So I want kids to like, not even kids, I just want fans and whoever comes and watches the show just to leave the show being like, he's a real dude. Like, I feel like I could go hang out with him. I feel like we could go to a bar. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to ever look at me like I'm like this person they will never be able to relate to. I want to be on the same level with them. You know, I'm just a normal guy from Braintree, Massachusetts. You know, nothing special.
So did you write "Soul My Soul"?
Yeah.
Did you write that?
Yeah.
What brought you to those lyrics?
"Soul My Soul" was when the band that I was in before, we were kind of going through some rough patches toward the end, trying to like coming in. It was a lot of back and forth with us and our label and trying to get our way and them not giving it our, you know, it was a lot of headache. And so during that time, we spent a lot of time at home, not on the road, not doing much, and I started writing "Soul My Soul," and it was all like putting lyrics down, you know, about personal things that are happening, like things that I go through while being on tour and how you miss home. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is what I love doing, so I'm not going to give up on it. And that's kind of the whole message of "Soul My Soul." But I throw in like pretty literal lyrics, you know, that people that I knew that aren't around me anymore, and like I've met friends in different cities, but every time I leave the city, I never talk to them until I'm back in town. You know, there's like I just put in like all these little examples. I blow my money on guitars and stuff, and it's bad, but you know, I guess it beats blowing money on drugs.
Yeah, but you know, everybody. I always say this: you're gonna split your money where you want to. Everybody does it. Everybody has something.
It's a bad. I have like 40 different guitars, but I mean, it's a better addiction to have, I guess.
That's right. Like
yeah, right.
Yeah.
25 years old, and I want to go home. Well, I sold my soul to rock and roll, 'cause it's the only thing that I wanna know.
Now, you said that you're a storyteller.
Yeah.
With you being a storyteller, I would like to know, who's your favorite songwriter or storyteller?
Yeah, the guy that got me into the storytelling aspect of writing songs would be Johnny Cash, I think.
Okay.
I mean, I listened to a Johnny Cash record when I was in senior year of high school, like on a senior trip. I downloaded a Johnny Cash record and I was listening to it, and I don't even remember why I downloaded the record. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this and check it out. And the way that he can kind of like talk about how he like killed his wife and went to jail, but those things didn't really happen. It's like, that's a storyteller, you know. Right. He can make you believe it, but then you're like, wait, he's singing on stage. He didn't kill his wife. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's just cool. And like guys like obviously John Lennon, like the greats are the guys that I like, and Tom Petty is my like all-time guy, you know. So, but Johnny Cash is the dude that got me into like the honest storytelling and stuff.
You said only love could save me, so where is it now? I'm starting to think I figured it out. With a handful of stupid questions and a heart full of doubt. So where is this love? I could use it now. Oh, I need it now.
Now, one of the things I tell everybody is that I love the internet.
Yeah.
Because of the internet, it has given so many people an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, even me. You know,
Totally,
wasn't for the internet, I don't know what I would have done. You know?
Same with me. That's how I started. Like, I got discovered on MySpace in 2007. You know, so same deal. Same with a lot of the acts that are out now. You know?
Now, did you just put up a video and that's how it started, or?
In 2007, I was just making music in my room, and I was putting it up on a MySpace page, just like because you can open a band MySpace page and you can upload your music, and I would put up a couple songs, and I would put up like songs like every week, like 3 new songs, because I was always just recording stuff, and it just kind of caught on. And then I was like, this is weird that it's getting like that whole thing, the social networking thing that was MySpace and now Twitter and stuff was so new to everybody. Like social networking, I mean, internet's been around for a while now, but the social networking aspect of the internet was like basically started with MySpace and Facebook. So like that's where I was like not really used to it. I was like, wait, kids in Italy or listening to my songs. Like, how does that even work? Like, it was blowing my mind. So that's kind of how I got started with it,
Do you, I guess I'm curious to know, when you first probably put your first video on MySpace or whatever was the first thing you did, what was your intent at that moment?
Honestly, it was I had no idea that it was going to that anybody was going to listen to it outside of Massachusetts, you know what I mean? Like, I had no idea, but I was just putting it out there because I was trying to make just different music. Like, when I was putting those songs up, they were like electronic, like weird, auto-tune kind of like pop songs. And I was just putting them out there because I was like, this is something different. Like, I'm experimenting with this, and I threw it up, and if people like it, like, whatever. And I was doing acoustic songs. Like, I was just kind of I was just putting music out there. I was just throwing stuff to see if it would stick. And it worked out, and it caught the eye of some people, and I got signed as a solo artist, and it was awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So now, years later, what would you say that your intent is today?
It's funny because now I love the internet, but at the same time I hate the social networking thing. Like, I use Twitter, I use Instagram and stuff, but there's so much of it that I'm just like, because there's no mystery to people anymore. Like, back in the day, you had like rock stars like Jim Morrison and like John Lennon and all these people, because the internet and all that stuff didn't exist. Where now it's like, kids on the internet know what I ate for breakfast.
Right.
They know my dog's name. They know my nephew's name. It's like they know all that stuff because you put it out there. So I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing. Yeah. But for me now, I'm just trying to, like, the same thing. Like, when I walk on stage, like I said earlier, I'm trying to show people, in an internet savvy world where people can be fake behind a keyboard and a completely different person in real life. I try to take the same approach as I do on stage. Like, I walk off stage and I'm the same person that I was on stage, and that's how I am on the internet, off the internet. I just want kids to know that I'm like a human just like them. They could bump into me at a Chipotle and I would just be like, yeah, sit down. Go ahead.
What you see is what you get.
Exactly. I don't pretend to be anybody.
This is it. She looked at me and lit a cigarette. She was standing in the doorway when she said, I love you. And I always think about the time we danced to Jackson Brown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, I'm so glad that you sat here and spoke with us today. I know that you're going to have a great show tonight.
Hopefully.
And,
we'll see. Fingers crossed.
It's going to be good.
First night, it always goes wrong.
You know what? As long as you be you, it's going to always be good. Because the best you can do is give them you.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah.
So, with that said,
man.
like I said, thank you again
Thank
for
you
joining me today.
Yeah, of course.
And thank you for watching When We Speak. I'm Jermaine Sain. This is Nick Santino. And always remember that death and life are in the power of the tongue.